Hello coders, I welcome you all. So in this video, we are going to work on real world dataset available on Kaggle. Link is given in the description of this video. So as you can see, here is our dataset, adult income dataset. So in this project, we are going to use many techniques that will help you in data analytics. So I request you to watch up to the end. I am sure you will learn something. So let's get started. So let me first load this dataset into our Jupyter notebook. So as you can see over here, with frequently used methods like head and tail. In this video, also we are going to discuss how to fetch random samples from the dataset. Is in, between, unique, drop NA, replace, duplicated, drop underscore duplicates, S type, apply, and also what is univariate analysis, what is bivariate analysis, and memory optimization. So let's get started. So let me first import pandas SPD. Let me execute this cell. So let me import other important libraries that we required during this project. matplotlib.pyplot as plt. This is data visualization library. Also let me import seaborn as SNS. This is also very good data visualization library. So let me execute this cell. So let's load our data set. So data is equal to pd dot read underscore csv. So our dataset name is adult.data.csv. So let me execute this cell. So now let's check our dataset. So data. So as you can see over here, our data frame is having many columns that you can see over here. So this dataset contains annual income results from various factors like education level, age, gender, occupation, etc. To perform analytics on it, here I have mentioned some questions that you can see over here. So let's solve it one by one. So first question, we have to display top 10 rows of this dataset. So for that we can use head method. So by default head method displays top 5 rows that you can see over here 0 to 4. But we want to display top 10 rows. So here we have to pass parameter 10. As you can see over here, now it is displaying top 10 rows of our dataset 0 to 9. So this way we can display top 10 rows of the dataset. So now next question. Here we have to check last 10 rows of the dataset. So that we can do with help of tail method. By default, tail method displays last 5 rows that you can see over here. By that also we can able to know how many rows are there in our dataset. But we want last 10 rows. So for that here we have to pass argument 10. Now it is displaying last 10 rows of our dataset. So by this way we can display last 10 rows of our dataset. So now next question, we have to find shape of our dataset. So for that we have to write data.shape. So as you can see over here, shape is not a method. It is an attribute of pandas data frame. So by that we can find number of rows and number of columns of our dataset. So let me display in some proper format. So for that we have to write print number of rows data dot shape 0, print number of columns data dot shape 1. As you can see over here, it is displaying tuple. This is index 0 and this is at index 1 that you can see over here. Index 0, index 1. So let me execute this cell. As you can see over here, we are having these many rows and we are having these many columns in our dataset. So now next question. We have to get information about our dataset like total number of rows, total number of columns, data types of each column and memory requirement. That we can do with just one method, data.info method of pandas data frame. Let me execute this cell. As you can see over here, we are having these many rows, we are having these many columns, and you can see data type for each column. And this is memory requirement for our data set, 3.7 plus MB. So by using this info method, we can able to get total number of rows, total number of columns, data types of each column, and also memory requirement. So now, next question, we have to fetch random samples from the data set. We want 50% of it. So for that, we have to use sample method of this pandas data frame. So sample, in that parameter is frac. In that we can write 0.50 because we want random samples from the data set, 50%. So let me execute this cell. As you can see over here, we are getting 50% data. So here we are getting random samples, 50% from our original data set. So as you can see over here, if I execute it once again, as you can see over here, we are getting random samples every time. When you execute it again and again, we are getting random samples from our data set. So let me explain you another parameter of this sample method, random underscore state, that we have to initialize with any integer number. So let me write 100. So if we initialize this random underscore state to some integer value, it will reproduce the same sequence of random numbers. So let me execute this one. As you can see over here, if I execute it once again, we are getting same sequence of random numbers that you can see over here. If I remove this, then we will get random samples at each run that you can see over here. So if we write random underscore state to some integer any, then it will reproduce the same sequence of random numbers that you can see over here. At every run, it will reproduce same sequence of random numbers. So this way we can fetch random samples from the data set. Also you can assign it to some variable. So now let me display data 1 that you can see over here. So now next question. We have to check null values in the data set. So I am going to use our original data set, not this one, data 1, that we have created from random samples. So let me use our original data set. So data, for that we have to use is null method of pandas data frame. So when I execute this cell, as you can see over here, we are getting data frame with boolean values, true and false. Now let me use another method, sum. As you can see over here, it is showing we are not having any missing values in our data set. As you can see over here, it is showing column wise. If we want to check row wise, then here we have to write x is equal to 1. So now it is showing null values row wise. Let me write 0. Now it is showing null values column wise, but we do not have any missing values in our data set. So it is better practice to visualize it. So for that, already we have imported two libraries, Matplotlib and Seaborn. So let me use this. So let me use SNS, Seaborn library, and heatmap data.isNull. As you can see over here, our heatmap. So if missing value is there, it will show lighter color. But here we do not have any missing values. That's why here it is showing this color, this one. So this way we can perform visualization. So now our next question. So now in this question, we have to perform data cleaning. Also we have to replace this question mark with NaN. So let me first check with tail method. Let me display such 20 rows. From bottom, as you can see over here, work class column having this question marks, occupation column also having this question marks. So let me check actually how many columns are having such question marks. So let me write data.isIn method. So in parenthesis and in Python list, we have to pass this question mark. Let me execute this cell. As you can see over here, it is showing data frame with Boolean values. So let me use sum. As you can see over here, work class having this many question marks, occupation having this many question marks, and native hyphen country also having this many question marks. So now first we have to replace these question marks with NaN. So by drop NA method, we can drop it. So first step, let me import numpy as np. Now first we are going to replace this question mark with NaN values, means null values. Then we will drop it. So let me first display columns. So I can take column names directly from this list. So data, then first we have to use this work class. So let me copy and paste it over here. Dot replace. I want to replace this with np.nan. So let me assign it to back to change our existing data frame. Let me copy and paste it over here and equal. So let me execute this cell. So let me copy this entire statement and let me paste over here 2 times, because still we have to replace this occupation column as well, which is also having question marks, and also for this native country. So let me copy and paste it over here and also here. Let me execute this cell. So let me check data dot is in question mark dot sum. Now as you can see over here, there is no any question marks. Now we have replaced it with NaN. So now let me check NaN values. So is null dot sum. As you can see over here, now we are having this many null values in our data set. So it is better practice to visualize it. So let me use sns.heatmap and data.is null. As you can see over here, now it is showing lighter color because we are having missing values in our data set. So now let me move to our next question. So drop all the missing values. So before dropping these missing values, let's first check missing values in percentage. So for that we have to write data dot is null dot sum multiply by 100 divided by our length of data. Let me assign it to some variable, percentage underscore missing is equal to this statement. So let me execute this. Let's print it. As you can see over here, in work class column 5% values are missing. Same for occupation, and only 1% in native underscore country. So we can easily drop it. So let's drop it. So for that we have to use drop NA method of pandas data frame. So let me write data dot drop NA. Let me use how parameter to any, means it will drop rows with any missing values, 1 or 2 or 3, any. And let me write in place is equal to true to update our existing data frame. So let me execute this. Now let's check shape. As you can see over here. Now let's check shape of our original data frame. So total we are having this many rows before dropping the missing rows. So let me copy and paste it over here, and let me copy and minus this. So these many rows are dropped from our data set. So now next question. Here we have to check for duplicate data and also we have to drop them. So that we can do with data dot duplicated method dot any. So let me assign it to some variable. Dup is equal to. So let me execute this cell. So let me print in pop. So let me print it in proper format. So print are there any duplicated values in data, and this dup variable. As you can see over here, it is showing true. Means we are having some duplicated values in our data set. So let's drop it. That we can do with data dot drop underscore duplicates method. Let me assign back to data is equal to modify our existing data frame. So let me execute this. So let me check shape of our data. As you can see over here. So now let me copy this, paste it over here, and this one. Total 23 rows are dropped. So total we are having 23 duplicate values which are dropped by this method. So now next question. So here we have to get overall statistics about our data set or data frame. That we can do with data dot describe method. That you can see over here. It is showing total count, average, standard deviation, minimum, and these are the percentile. 25%, 50%, 75% and maximum value. As you can see, average age is 38. Minimum age is 17. As you can see over here, 75% values are below 47. 50% values are below 37 in age column. 25% values are below 28 in age column. As you can see over here, capital hyphen gain and capital hyphen loss. As you can see over here, 75% values are 0. Same over here. So we have to drop it. So this video is going very long. Remaining 10 questions that we will solve in the next video. Please don't forget to subscribe. And if you like this video, smash that like button. See you in the next video. Take care. Bye bye.